The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin.
And I got Lou from Fairfield, Connecticut. Man, how you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Darrell. And I got to tell you, you're not just blowing hot air out there. I think the way you look at the market is terrific. You're a nice guy as far as over the TV. All the research you do, all the homework you do, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your view of the market. It's awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, we'll come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And sorry about that. I got my phone's kicking in. Okay. Thought I had it on busy. Anyways, okay, so let me shut that down. All right, I apologize for the interruption. Okay, so let's check out where the markets are at right now. We got the S&P is up 2 ticks. We got Russell is down 2.5. NASDAQ is down 7 points. The Dow is currently up 8 points on the day. Copper right now is up a little over 0.5%. We got gold up 2 1/3% at the moment, so moving up by 27 points. And was looking for shorts today, either a move down or a move higher, but it just wanted to move on up, and there was no talking it down. So gold moving on higher there. And looking on over, we got silver right now is up almost 2% on the day. We have... looking on over at our oil contract, it is up $1, so oil's moving on up over 1% move, 1.3% move on the day right now. Natural gas is up 1%. Remember, we bumped our inventory reports this week. Usually, or not this week, but next week we're bumping our inventory weeks to Friday because of the news. So next week, instead of having oil inventory on Wednesday and natural gas on Thursday, we're going to have both of them on Friday. Just a reminder on that one. Looking on over at the natural gas, like I said, up 1%. We got corn is down a few points right now, down 1% on the day. We got soybeans up 1/3%, just up $3. Pound dollar is currently up about 10 pips, but been a wild ride today. We got the euro pound is up 30 pips. The dollar franc is down 50 pips on the day, with the U.S. yen down 51. You got the euro yen is currently flat on the day. And Aussie yen is up 34 pips. The Aussie dollar up 65. Euro dollar's up 54. The bonds there, 30-year bond treasuries, we got are up right now, 0.5%. We got the dollar index down 324 ticks, flying on down. Big move there, down on the dollar index, and really just pushing to try to move lower. It's been battling. Gold and it have been sort of going together. We had a cool trade that did go up this morning on the bull-bear binary hour. And when we launched that trade on out, Tommy was talking about the correlation. And let me see if I have this chart up as well. Right over here, if I can show this to you. We were looking, I was looking at a potential short when we got higher, but one of the things that Tommy noticed was we had the dollar index was leading gold, and it had moved back down to that spike off of the NFP report. So right over here, get a little, so we got this spike right here, and it came back down right at 10 o'clock. But at 10 o'clock, gold was still sitting right here at around 1154, and had not moved back up to its spike. If I can get the little clicker to work. There we go. And so it's right over here around 1154. Had not moved back up to its spike there of about 1158. And so basically he was expecting it to at least to fill that gap. He called it on the money. And for a nice 4-point move right there on gold, moving on up from 1154 to 1158. 158 was a short level I was looking at, or not 158, but 1163. And it came up and got really close and then came back down, back up, back up, back down. Ended up getting out. Didn't take a full loss on the trade, but was not super happy about it. But that's okay. I got a nice, long trade we snuck in there before that one happened. So right over here, this is the trade right here that Tommy called. Looking at that, 1153, 1158, worked out really well. And it popped on up, and then but we didn't break our low. 1, 2, 3 bars. Didn't break the low of the first bar after entry. Didn't like the low of the entry bar within 3 bars. So 1, 2, 3 out of the trade. And at that point, when it had got within like 3 ticks, we just backed off. And I guess somebody could have hopped right back in again if they wanted to. But right there, we're just sitting at that 1 deviation, and it was just not wanting to go anywhere. And so didn't take the full up to 1168 hit. Got out right there, run 1160. I want to say it was 5. Let's see, what was our final price on that one? Let's see, got in, and then one of those trades right there. 1163, 3.8. So, not bad. About 8 ticks. I got a little bit better on because I got a little higher entry, so that worked out a little bit better. But 1163.8 was the official, exit there. So 3 bars after on that trade. All right. And then let's see here. Got some sort of thing crashing on me. I don't know what's going on. All right, let me just, something's like conflicting here. Sorry, technology issue. Okay, so with that being said, let me hop on over, do our chart reviews. We'll pull everything up. But anyways, that's very cool, the correlation between the dollar index and gold, and watching that. Usually you don't get that big of a lead. And but today was an exception. And it gave a pretty, about a 20, 30-minute lead before it actually went up and hit it. So it really was quite a big lead over the normal pricing that we see there. And, okay, while I'm rebooting the other stuff, I'll get that all back up. We can open up and check out where we're at right now on the Aussie dollar. And so we got on the Aussie dollar last night, we got a nice MVP short, moved on down. Could have grabbed 10, 20 ticks easily out of that. Went ahead and went long right there around 2 a.m. And from the time it went long, we got solid 30-plus ticks, just trailing that up with the MVP arrows right there. Going on in and checking out. Let me keep covering up the document here. Let me screen lock that. That way it won't keep disappearing on me. All right, then let's go in Euro Yen. And we'll check that one out. We'll look at Euro Dollar and Pound Dollar as well. So Euro Yen, not a massive up move, but we did get a little slight up move. Came up, and got about 10, 15 ticks on that one. The short was conflicting, so not a whole lot to do with that on the short. It was just really a flat time. But with that conflicting, that's a great butterfly time. Just take advantage of it. Looking on over at the Euro Dollar. So Euro Dollar breaking on down. It would have been nice to have an earlier warning, but it went ahead and popped down, gave a confirmation, and gave another 10, 20 ticks. Trade is trailing with that predictor arrow. Going into the Pound Dollar. Pound Dollar really gave a nice setup. Gave a short right there, right over here around 59.73. Got another one over here around 59.60. Another one at 59.40 at 7. Another one at 5,900. And literally moved all the way down to 2 deviations. We're getting stopped out. And so you're talking, just a beautiful trade right there. About 50, 60 pips from the highest one. And, then adding on a little bit, like about 40, 30, 20 pips, on the way down the list. So we're 100 pips in movement right there, middle capture if you're adding on to those positions. Oil doing the same thing, just rocketing on up right there to a 1 deviation move. And as you can see, gave a long right here at 77.60 and ran on up and just kept going, holding, going. Actually got its first trigger right there at about 78.25. So not too bad. Grabbed about 25 ticks on that one. That's if you're not trailing any tighter or anything else. Using 10-minute deviation stop method, which is my favorite method for trailing on big moves. But anyway, so we got that one right there. And then we got another breakout right over here. Sort of a flat, but worked out for at least a neutral trade. If you do anything else, then it's just pretty much a flat trade at the moment. And it got up to a deviation, so it's a good point to chill out anyway. but we did get that nice deviation move to the tick to the right there to it. We got gold, like I said, just bumping up a bunch to one deviation level right now, and giving longs right here. Never got a confirmation on the short, but I got a long back all the way at 2 a.m. at 11:45. Got another long up here at 8:30, and then it just kept rocking it. We got a couple of the top headlines. Wall Street pretty flat, not doing much, but the S&P hit new record highs there. Gold turning around. Its best day since June, which is pretty sad. But the dollar just really been, weighing on it. Has been really weighing on it quite a bit. European shares have been weighed down by the banks and, the variety of U.S. data coming out. Canada stocks rising for the third day on their job reports as gold also rises. And we haven't really looked at the job numbers. Let's go ahead and pull those up real quick. And we'll remember Canada have theirs, and we had ours as well. Canada, their employment change report actually went up. They thought to go down by 3 points and went up by 43.1 thousand. Their unemployment rate was at 6.8, dropped to 6.5. On ours, our non-farm employment change increased by 214,000, but as a decrease under expectations there. And we had 5.8%, so a little bit further drop in the unemployment rate. Average hourly earnings also dropping a little bit at the same time. Let's see here. Looking on over, gold and a half off that 4.5-year low. We got oil moving above 83 as dollar hits the 4-year high. And so it's really rough on oil, but it did have, like I said, that nice up move today. And as we went over a little bit earlier. So let's see. Where did that one go? There we go. So right on up to one deviation. And we got oil also going up with the jobless rate declining, so to a 6-year low. So we're actually at a 6-year low right now on our jobless rates. Let's dive into our news trades that we had today, and we'll pull those up. We'll walk through them and get them all ready and rolling for you, and make sure we get you set up for next week so you know what to look for, on the trades that you want to do, because if you don't have them set up and you don't know what's going on with the news, then that's where it can really get you. So what news do we have that we need to do a review on? We'll probably do it after this first break, but just to give you a heads up on what's going on. We're going to check out, we had the NFP trade, so how could those have worked out for you? With all the moves we had happen and everything, how could they actually have worked out for you? We had franc retail sales, we had pound trade balance as well. So we'll go into the franc retail sales, we'll go into the pound trade balance, and we'll go into the NFP reports in detail. And I had a trader actually send me over. They did one of these for me. I'll show you, or they were demoing it, learning how to do it, and I'll show you some of the stuff they sent over too. Stay right there. We'll be back after this break.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, so come back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And we're checking out the news calendar trades we got from last week, from this week, this last week here. And we had the Aussie monetary policy statement come out. We can go through, and we'll just walk through some of these charts on these news trades. And just go through them step by step for you and get it all down. We'll sort of see how they work out. Did they stay within the expected movements? And what can you learn from them to use next time around? And we'll also make sure we cover the news that's coming up for you on Sunday and Monday in detail. That's if my computer doesn't have a heart attack. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so bringing that on up for you. And just hoping that's showing. Getting some weird Windows error at the moment. Let me make sure my screen is still populating over before I get going into that. I want to do it correctly. There we go. And now I can bring the charts back in. Okay. All right, so looking over here, and the first trade that we have to check out is going to be over on the dollar franc. I'm sorry, my screen is just having a issue. I don't know what's going on. Some program is conflicting right now. There we go. If it can stay still for 5 seconds, then I'll walk through it with you. If not, then we may have to bring it back after the next break. Some sort of, like I said, Windows thing popping up. So we had last night we had the dollar franc. We were checking that one out. Let me pull it up. And yeah, it's not even pulling up at the moment. Let's see here. I'm sorry, there's technical issues out of nowhere. It's hard to do all this without your charts. Let's see here if I can use my other charts and try to bring that one up. Okay, try to bring this one up, see if this shows in the room. That one works, then we'll be able to use it. So Word has experienced a problem. Anyways, okay. So looking over at the dollar franc, like I said, I'm going to reboot like right in between the break here. But looking over at the dollar franc and putting together our trading plan for that last night. If come on, see, it's crashing everywhere. You're gonna have to give me 1 minute, and I think we'll be up and running. Part of being an electronic trader, right? So you're not alone. You're not the only one that has technical issues occasionally. And it's just part of trading. I do have backups, but I don't have them all set up for the radio. Laptops in case I ever have to take over on a trade. Always a good idea. Okay, so dollar franc. We're looking at 25 pip move. Let me zoom in on over here. And we're looking during the time, right here, basically 11 p.m. Let's see, and this is going to be an hour off there, so it's in 12:30 versus 1:30, so 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Central Time. And so looking at where we're at 10 o'clock, right over here, we were 97.28. Where we're at 7, we had some pretty crazy volatility going on, so right before the news. So we had about a 13-tick move. We were looking for 25 pips or less. We got the 25 pips or less. Trade worked out very well right there on our dollar franc iron condor trade. The pound dollar trade, looking at that one, we were looking at a $30 profit potential on this trade. And so zooming in on this one, they got to have a ruler, right? See if they just have a simple, I don't see one. Okay, well, I can do price levels, I guess. Make that easier. All right, so anyway, so at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock Central right here. But we'll zoom in a little bit more, too. Make it a little easier. All right, we'll get this rebooted during this break, and then I'll be right back. We'll get everything going full throttle. Stay right there.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Alrighty, folks, we're back and back in business here. Getting a chart up on the screen for you. We're good to go. So, gotta love that computer's reboot really quick now. Anyway, so I remember back in the day we used to take 30 minutes, hour, put in 4 floppy drives to let the thing boot up. That takes you way back. All right, so let's check out where everything is right now. We'll go in here and where is that template? I have one just for the radio show. Here we go. Okay. And we were going through dollar franc, and we were going through just about to start over on, I want to say it's either euro or pound dollar. And so I'll get that opened on up for us. And on this one, what we wanted to do was look at the neutral trade that we had last evening, where we got in at 11 o'clock. Again, this is doing an iron condor, and this one was on actually the pound dollar. So I'll go ahead and pull that up. But an iron condor on the pound dollar for 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Looking for the market to be pretty flat, especially ahead of NFP. That only helps us even more. But going in here, zoom it out a little bit. There we go. And then, or zoom it in, I guess. And then go 11, stretch that on over to 7. 5 pips on an expectation of less than 30 pips. So we did have some high moves. We had some low moves, probably about maybe close to 30. High to low right there, right around 30 pips, high to low, a little bit more. But the net result at the end, was less than 30 pips. That's what matters, is that range-bound strategy. So only moving 5 pips up on us right there. And so that trade worked out fabulously this morning. We also had the U.S. unemployment claims. And like I said, had a couple traders that were sharing some stuff with me, just looking at some of the stuff they're looking at as they're learning how to put these together. They're looking at, iron condors and iron butterflies. And looking on over at the Eurodollar. Let me pull that one up. We'll talk about that one specifically. And so, bouncing all around. But just to give you an idea here, we have that big movement, and then it's sort of pulled on back up to about 24.40 right now. Really wide iron butterfly, still up there at 24.60, still not up at that price level at the moment. And iron condor is a little bit narrower, but remember it's a 1-to-1 dollar there, so if you had a shorter time frame, would have worked out well in iron condors or iron butterflies, both. Between spawn, how much time you can get on them. I said most of the movement usually happens in that first 15 minutes, that fast movement. Then it decided to trail on up a little bit, but basically laying out both. So good job there, Rich, putting that together. And he shows some of the trades he was putting on in this process. A lot of nice positive P&Ls going on even on the 3 o'clocks right there. So great job putting the pieces together, learning how to do all the, the NFPs. It's a totally weird, different day to trade. Usually we don't get this up, down. A lot of times we get movement, but usually it's not as sporadic. This looks more like an FOMC thing. Usually we get a rocket launch in one direction or the other, or it's just pretty flat. But we usually don't get like a massive, like one deviation up, one deviation down move, then one deviation back up move. So pretty rare. Makes the NFP day one of those little more difficult days to trade overall. We're looking for a range of about 100 pips. So on the iron condors here. So what do we got so far? High to low. On the Eurodollar, we got 84 pips. That's our high to low. Going on in and checking out our Aussie dollar. We are looking for a range of probably somewhere around 60 pips. And let's see how we doing on that. We're pushing new highs at the moment. But since the report came out, we got 70, so a little bit over. But again, came right down that, and there's a lot of profit to be taken on that trade because you should have had a pretty nice premium. Ideally in there, you shouldn't have to wait all the way till expiration. Going on down to the pound dollar. We're looking for 100 pips or less of movement, and then pulling on back. It did do that. We actually got 70. We wanted 70 as a minimum on the trade. Going in, looking at the dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, we're looking at about 75 expectation. Looking for at least 60 on a minimum. That one was a little bit bigger today. So 118 pips, a massive, massive move. And this one's a little more difficult on the dollar CAD. Why? Because they also have the CAD employment change and unemployment rate. And that's one of the things I mentioned to you. I even have it right here in the notes from what I read these off. It said, be cautious on CAD employment change and unemployment rate at 8:30. So basically, with both of those at the same time, obviously it can be a little more volatile. A lot of the times, maybe a better straddle or strangle, which was one of the options we went over, just depending upon your pricing. Looking on over at the dollar franc, we got a expectation of around 92 pips. Looking for a minimum of 60. Let's see, what do we get now? High to low so far. Got 70 pips, so we're within that 92 pip expectation, and like I said, getting 60 pips there, minimum profit on the trade. And then going on into dollar yen. And dollar yen, we're talking about a 80 pip average range expectation, 60 pips in minimum profit on the trade for the iron condor process. It did move down pretty big there. We got 123 pips, a lot bigger move than normal. What about like right before, after the news? Like it launches, it flies down, flies up. As far as the neutrality base, it's still 100 pips. So dollar yen, of course, dollar yen's been insane lately, and it's continuing to surprise us all with those massive moves on a consistent basis. Of course, we could also straddle all of those as well. Straddles would have worked out really well today. Again, it all comes down to what is the amount being made, what's the risk being put up on the trade, okay, in order for you to be able to check these out. And let's go over here. I'm trying to see what else we have. All right. Okay, so that was the dollar yen right there. We talked about also a couple other pairs that you could check out. Were Euro CAD for doing like a synthetic straddle. And so let me open that up for you on the Euro CAD. 100 to 150 pips of movement potential. Got 137, so right there in between 100 and 150, so usually the most volatile. So dollar CAD and dollar yen trying to actually rival them today. And then pound CAD. Here we go. Pound CAD, usually also 100 to 150 pip move on the NFP, especially when you add in the CAD news with it. So if we go in here, we got the move right there. We got to move about 169 pips in the pound CAD. So awesome movement overall on all of the FX pairs, and lots of great setups for straddles, strangles, and even some great butterflies in the process. Could have checked out 11 a.m., 3, just checking out where these expirations are. So, like I said, first 10 minutes, boom, done. So I'll drop down to 2 deviations. Starts popping back up. It's like, yeah, take your profit and run if you haven't already grabbed it. And that is the U.S. unemployment rate and NFP wrap for the day. So just, like I said, some pretty crazy moves there. What do we got going on next week that you need to be aware of? We're going to have the Aussie dollar home loans release at 7:30 on Sunday. So we're going to be looking for a 6 p.m. entry right when Nadex opens there for an 11 p.m. expiration. Minimum profit of $30 on the trade. So 6 p.m. entry for an 11 p.m. expiration. And $30 between your bought lower spreads max profit and your sold upper spreads maximum profit on the trade. We're going to have the China PPI and CPI coming out that will impact your Aussie dollar, dollar yen, any China reports. Always look for those to have a little bit more impact on the Aussie dollar and dollar yen, okay? Let's see here. One other thing I wanted to put in. Just want to make sure I put that note. Okay. China new loans coming out at 9 p.m. as well. Going on into the 10th, we got the Italian 10-year bond auction. Shouldn't have any kind of massive impact unless it's just really bad out of nowhere. And then we got CAD housing starts. This will be our first news trade here on, actually our main, we got 2 news trades on Monday. One of them is CAD housing starts news. It's being released at 8:15 on Monday. We'll be looking at an entry at 8 a.m. for a 8:15 news report with a expiration of 10 a.m. Usually a very small report. Not a lot of movement on it. We're looking for about $20 of minimum profit on the trade. We'll have the U.S. mortgage delinquencies popping up at 9 a.m. Not usually a big deal, but just know it's there. We're going to have the ag wage crop production report. This one is not the annual report, but it is the major wage report that does cause plenty of activity on your corn, your soybeans, your wheat. Let's see, and your cotton and all that fun stuff, all your ags, right? So I'll update that, make sure it's not annual stuff for January, but still, it's usually a great potential for straddling and strangling. If you get some decent prices in there, look at your deviation levels to help you out with that. Okay, we're going to have the yen current account coming out at 650, and that followed up by the Aussie dollar NAB confidence video report. Let's see here. There's a ticking. I have no idea. So, see if that's any better. Okay, so good old American engineering, just, hit it if it's not sounding right. On the 11th, we got Veterans Day coming on out. That will be a U.S. bank holiday. It'll also be a Canadian bank holiday on November 11th. There's a French bank holiday as well. So several bank holidays. Markets will be open. But just be aware of the lighter volume that we'll be incurring because of that. Let's see here. Trying to look and see if I got a list. But, yeah, so everything, I want to double check, but I was pretty sure. Yep, everything will be open except for your banks. Going into New Zealand, we'll have a report at 3 to 4 that could impact your Aussie dollar. Okay? So that would be the one thing to be aware of on a New Zealand report. Okay, and then after the New Zealand report comes on out there, we got Aussie dollar Westpac consumer sentiment being released. We got the yen tertiary industry activity and into money stock supplies coming on out, so that's going to impact our yen there at 650. Aussie wage price index, we got a strangle straddle here, checking out on the pound, and we don't get a whole lot of these, but we got this one coming up 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. We're for a 4:30 release, and that's going to be the climate count change, the unemployment rate, and the average earnings index, basically their NFP, if you will, for Britain. So we'll be looking again to enter at 11 for a 7, and ideally a max risk of $40 if we can pull it off. Going in, looking at the Euro Industrial Production Report. Comes out at 5 a.m. We're going to be looking at an iron condor on that one, entering on Tuesday night at 11 o'clock for a 7 a.m. expiration with a minimum profit of $35 on the trade. Let's see here. Other things. We got Cisco earnings coming out next week. Expected release time 4:05 p.m. is when the earnings report. It may not be when the press conferences, but when usually the wire goes on out. We got the Frank PPI coming out next week. That trade will be a entry for 11 p.m. entry for a 7 a.m. expiration. And for the 3:15 release, we'll be looking for $35 minimum profit, buying the lower spread, selling the upper spread. Opposite of the straddle, which is we're buying the upper spread and selling the lower spread. We're doing a straddle, we're expecting big moves. We're doing an iron condor, we're expecting range-bound movement. On the 13th, Walmart will be releasing, assuming that they're still in the Dow, right? And, yeah, so, anyways, Walmart will be releasing their earnings is what I see. If that's the last thing I showed it was correct. Coming out at 8:10 on November 13th. And trying to see if we got anything else on that. But, yeah, November 13th. Yep, that's correct. So usually the report comes out at 8:10 a.m. That'll be big coming into the holiday season. They'll be paying attention to retailers, especially the biggest retailer right there, with local stores. And then U.S. unemployment claims coming out on Thursday, like we have each and every Thursday. Weekly oil inventory. I said it was Friday, I think, earlier in the show. Actually, it's bumped from Wednesday to Thursday. So with Veterans Day, they bump it back a day. And so we'll have weekly inventory on Thursday, not natural gas. And we got 4 other reports. We'll wrap those up when we get back after this break.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David Dwight as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour and Diagnostic Trading Hour. And anyway, so what we got here, weekly oil inventory report coming up tomorrow. And let me check out what else we have along with this. For tomorrow, the next, not tomorrow, but sorry, it's coming out Thursday instead of Wednesday. Got to get back on track. And then we'll have a Euro final CPI report coming on out. We'll be looking for an 11 p.m. entry with a 7 a.m. expiration and a minimum profit of $35. The Euro final CPI, flash GDP, and final core CPI will be coming out at 5 a.m. Again, that's a report where we're getting in at 11 for a 7 a.m. expiration for a $35 minimum take profit. But looking on over on Friday, we got the CAD manufacturing sales entering at 8 a.m. for a 10 a.m. expiration and a $25 minimum take profit and or minimum profit on the trade. Doing an iron condor where we buy the lower spread, sell the upper spread. Again, that's on the CAD manufacturing sales, trading the dollar CAD this coming Friday. The other report that we have happening at the same time, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., will be on several U.S. reports, core retail sales, and import prices. We'll be looking at an entry at 8 a.m. for a 10 a.m. expiration, and we'll be looking for a $30 profit on that trade. Don't forget, we'll be having the natural gas inventory report as well on Friday instead of Thursday due to Veterans Day next week. They bumped back the release time. And it looks like Disney has a release. I wonder if that's right. That's sort of an odd time to do a release. Let me double check the release date on Disney's earnings coming on out. And let's see here. Disney earnings. I got it set for that, but they're actually releasing it. Maybe I have a date off. I just want to double check. Walt Disney earnings coming out, earnings fiscal year. Oh, yeah, we just bumped up the date. That was the error there. Okay, I was like, I thought they already happened. So, yeah, we just duplicated the announcement there. Okay. And so from November 6th. All right. It's like I could have sworn Disney already had earnings. All right, so I got that one out, and just glad I noticed that, so I can get it fixed and off the calendar. Okay, and let's see here. What else do we have? Other earnings coming out here in the next week or two that we need to be aware of. So Home Depot had that big breach. They have their earnings coming out as well. So we'll see how all that comes out. And that should wrap that up for us on the news end of things. Now, looking on over at this, where the markets are at for your final market wrap today. Didn't really have a chance to just try to get all your news laid out for next week to get deep into the day trading plans today. But looking at the S&P, it's up 1 point. We got the Russell down 1.4. Nasdaq's down 2 points. Dow is up 10. Copper is currently up over 0.5%. Gold is up 2.4. Looking at silver, we got silver right now is currently up 1.8%. Oil is up nearly 1% on the day. Natural gas still up 1.5%. Corn is down. Soybeans is up. And we got dollar pairs across the board. Getting a little bit hit with that weaker dollar, so most of the FX pairs, pound dollar, et cetera, are positive. Pound dollar, euro dollar, Aussie dollar. And, of course, the dollar, yen, dollar, franc, et cetera, pairs are down at the moment. You have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow right here on the Diagnostic, or not tomorrow, but Monday, on the Diagnostic Trading Hour. You all have a great weekend.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. You're watching Tiger TV.